Hey everyone, for today's yoga flow, we're going to break down one of my absolute favorite postures, crow pose. If you know Sanskrit, it's called Bakasana. If you practice with me a lot, you know I love throwing this into my yoga flows, and if you're a kiddo at the Blackstone, I know you all love this pose so very much. Let's get on our mats. So first and foremost, in our crow pose, we have to feel really, really strong because our body weight is going to be on our triceps and in our hands. So before we get started, I want everyone to find their triceps. Your tricep is that tender part of your arm. If you pinch it, it kind of hurts. It's the muscle right behind your bicep. Your bicep is that one you see when you flex. And then right underneath the arm is your nice tricep. That is really, really important to our crow pose. Before we do anything, go ahead and push your arms out in front of you. And then start to hug the elbows in towards the body. So instead of thinking about a push-up where the elbows go out, I want you to hug those elbows in. You might have heard those cues when we've done cobra. In our cobra pose, we hug the elbows in towards the ribs. And when we practice chaturanga, that yoga push-up, the elbows hug in towards the ribs. These are the arms that you want to make before you come into your crow pose. All right, guys, let's do it. So get started in this little ball position. I've got my heels off the ground, just my toes, and I'm kind of just balancing here right now. Next, I'm going to place my hands at the top of my mat. And I've already got my belly on my thighs. This is really important to stay nice and tight and hugged in during our crow pose. So go ahead and place your hands on your mat. And as you do so, take those triceps and plug them onto your knees. So I'm already in this really awkward, crouchy position here. Once your belly's on your thighs, your knees are on your triceps, your hands are on your mat, I want you to pick your heels a little further up off your mat. And while that happens, I want you to tip some weight into your hands. While you tip weight into your hands, continue to bend the elbows back. So right now, you should already feel lots of weight in your hands and your arms. As this happens, do not pick your booty up. What happens a lot when we come into this setup for crows, people do this. And then their knees are no longer engaged to their triceps. So stay together in this really tight ball. Once you've got that weight in your hands, look forward and down. Because if you look down, you fall down. Keep looking forward and down as your weight comes into your hands. Keep those elbows super bent, just like little shells. Hug everything in towards the midline of your body. As you continue to look forward, maybe you pick up your right toe and place it down. Maybe you pick up your left toe and place it down. And then maybe, as you continue to tip forward, you can pick up both toes. And they say hello to each other. Continue to breathe in your crow pose. And if you do fall out, that's okay. We're just human. It happens. You must continue to practice in order to nail this down. And everyone's crow pose looks differently. Some people that practice crow with me do it a little different. I'll give you a quick explanation of that. This way that you do crow pose is only for crow pose. The reason that I like to teach the way I do is because you can use it as a transition during your yoga practice. But if you just want to feel the weight in your hands, you can take your elbows and bring them inside of your knees. Same idea, elbows pushing back towards the body, weight comes into the hands. But as weight comes into the hands, you need to take these knees and hug your elbows. So instead of the stacking feeling that you felt on your triceps, your hips are actively engaged, your glutes are actively engaged, and they pull the elbows in. And then same idea here, you pick up one toe, then the other. 2 ways to try crow, whatever works great for you. As usual, if you have any questions about any of this, if you try it, let me know. Have fun.